Before the white man came, we didn't know what was called Jesus, God, Messiah, Yahshua, Peter, Paul. We had no idea of what that meant. It had no meaning to us. And you know one thing? Then we lived in peace. There was no tribe as it is today that we can't intermarry, we can't coexist, you know. We were one people under the sun who appreciated the sun to the extent that we even worship the sun. Before the Arabs' incursion came into Africa through the cross-Sahara deserts, yes, we had no knowledge of a Muhammad, neither do we know an Allah that has made an Hausa man hate a southern Nigerian Christian so badly today that he kills him and celebrates. We didn't know Muhammad, we didn't know Sheikh, we didn't know any of this Ishmael, Yusuf, and all nonsense. Let me tell you why they came here. They realized that this is the home of man. Africa is the home of man. They know too well, I mean the Arabs and the Europeans and the Asians, all of the above, knew too well that they were not complete human beings. The land they were living was inhabitable, and that's why Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Typhoon, and all the whole shit is pounding them there, because humans are not supposed to live there. And unfortunately for them, they could not stay here because the sun is too high for them here, because these guys don't have melanin. So when they come to Africa, you see them always in a tinted glass car, hiding themselves, because they're going to have skin cancer if they don't take care. Even when they have to tan their skin, they use some cream that will kind of prevent the effects of the sun rays or the cosmic rays into their system that cause them a lot of problems. So they were wondering, what do we do to keep this people's eye away from what they have? What do we have? The gold, the coltan, the cobalt, the silver, the oil, the magnesium. Just mention it. It's uncountable. Everything that makes the world sweet is found in Africa. They came by war, and of course they got war in return. In so many occasions they came, they got defeated, they went back. Go check your history. Do you know what these guys did? They went back and packaged a God that is of their own descent, from their village. They didn't hide it. They told you Jesus of Nazareth, God of Abraham of same Nazareth, the King of Jews, the King of the world. That was a mental and spiritual intimidation of yourself. Because the moment you stop seeing God in your own image, my brother, you are defeated. Because you have to be a God to stand your ground. You see the reason why some of us who are woke in Africa would always tell you, I'm a God. Because we fear nothing. So they began to sell whiteness to you. They began to expand their white supremacy to you. And gradually, we all become believers. And what are the believers called in Christianity? Atoro, sheep, animal. How can a sheep fight for his land? A sheep dare not fight for his land because he's a sheep. So they weakened you so they cannot stand for your land. The next thing, the same thing happened to the Muslims anyway. The Arabs came and weakened them. And they began to believe in Muhammad instead of to believe in Ubangiji that had the identity. The Igbo stopped believing in Chukwu that has the Igbo identity. They began to believe in God of Abraham, Jesus Christ, and the rest of that has white identity. Yoruba stopped believing in Oluwa and began to believe in white identity. And that's why you see most Yoruba people today, they're bleaching their skin. They want to look like Jesus. You see most African women, they're calling their hair, they don't like this kind of hair because they want to look like Mary and Jesus, Mary Magdalene and the rest of them. Spiritual intimidation. Hold on. They did not stop there. They have to package a kind of education that weakens your spirit, that teaches you only how to remember, not how to think. And they call that education Western education. The Arabs did not stop. They to package what they called Arabic education and send down to you. Are you with me? Are you with me? So it's not just religion. Those who control the economy of the world in the West created your religion. They created Jesus. In short, Caesar Borgia is the face of Jesus. Go look at who is called Caesar Borgia. And they sponsored the Oedipus. They sponsored the Kali Church. They sponsored the TB Joshuas. They sponsored the sheikhs, you know, the Gumis, you know. They gave them protection to make sure that the African children is sleeping. They dare not wake up. I woke up sometime 8 years ago, and it didn't take me 1 year to start teaching. And I'm telling you to wake up today and pick up your sword, because we got war to fight. This is a mental war. You must wake up every man around you. You must tell him the truth. You must work assiduously to make sure that the person is up in his zenith, in his God's state, that he may wake up the other brothers. That's the only way our economy can be good. Please help me look at the cars here. Look at these cars. Thousands of cars here. None is made here. All you imported. And you want to be rich. They did not stop at giving you false education. They call it Western education. When you graduate from a Western education, you go look for a job in the white collar job, in the white man's company, and continue to enslave yourself. That is what it is. So now they created a system of government. They call it democracy, demonstration of craziness, whereby you cannot have a leader for beyond 8 years or 4 years at minimum. That means they will always meddle into your politics or your polity. If you get a man that is doing it right, they can wait for at least next 4 years and he'll be out. Or they can sponsor terrorism, make his government ungovernable, good luck Jonathan, and get him out of power. So it's not devil that is keeping Africa down. There's no devil in Africa. Devil is not Africa. Devil is in Europe. What you have here is God that is sleeping in Africa. Gods sleeping in Africa. If the gods in Africa wake up, man, and take your place, man, they will fear you. And you know why I urge you to go into African spirituality? I didn't say Africa juju, dirty worship. I don't believe in. I don't belong to that class of people. It's because your sanity will be back. You'll be able to process information alone without interference. You'll be able to open up powers within yourself, and you do wonders for yourself. You'll be proud of who you are. Look at my hair. It comes with that. I will never shy away from the features of a black man. What makes me great, greater than every other human being in the whole world. And once you begin to think about yourself this way, you begin to care about the land, how to make it better. So, black man, listen to me. Church is a mental prison. You are calling Jesus of Nazareth to come and fix your problem. But the people from Nazareth, Nazarians in Israel, are dead, throwing missiles up and down, trying to save themselves. But you're waiting for one gay-looking, sexy, flat-tummy, small dick God to come and save you. Come on, wake up! You're being stupid. You're being completely stupid. Everything about your God, the Bible, I know the time and date and where they were put together, enforced like a law by the barons of the gun. Thousands were killed. Why do you think they stop you from studying your history in Africa? Because they don't want you to wake up. History will take you back in time when you started sleeping, and you would wake up and begin to think the way I'm thinking. That's why I laugh at those who don't understand. They're looking for a new country. You are looking for a new country for the Masons. For the Masons to control. As long as your money is going to be kept in that World Bank, forget it. As long as you're going to be a member of the United Nations, forget it. So you just have to wake up. You just have to wake up, black man. Take your Bible. If you know how to smoke weed, use it to smoke weed. That's the best way you can utilize it. Else, I will just tell you to burn it. Because if you dump it in the toilet, somebody might pick it up and read that useless book. Please take your Quran and do the same to it. These are books arranged to keep you down. There's nothing holy about it. A book that they used to execute the enslavement of your people through the cross-Atlantic and the cross-Sahara desert. Those that found themselves in Arabic Peninsula, they were all castrated, killed, exterminated. Millions of black people. Over 100 millions of blacks were taken from Africa and taken to America, to the Caribbean island. Taken to London, taken to Portugal and different places. And Jesus Christ, Nkiti, watched on, did nothing. And you're still expecting that stupid Jesus to do something for you today. How can somebody give you a God that was killed? A killable God cannot save you. It's to condition your mind to take pain. And if you doubt what I'm saying, go and read the book of 2 Peter verse 2. No, 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 18. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 18. Go and read it. Where the Bible told you to slaves, take pains. Take pains. Not only from the masters, who is kind, but also from the masters, who is harsh. Because it pleases Jesus when you take pain for doing nothing. Look at the mind condition in there. And they told you that that's why God sent Jesus to come and show you that as an example. Use your senses, man. They are building churches everywhere. They are building mosques everywhere. They're not building hospitals. They want you dead because all they want is the land. They don't care about the people in the land. They are not building good schools. The schools are dilapidated. Teachers are not paid well. But pastors are flying private jets for lying to you. To keep waiting. What shall it profit you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? So you don't work for your own share in this world. You allow the West to control everything you have in this world. And you'll be so blessed. Richly blessed. Land of milk and honey. They have put you to sleep. Every day, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Nonsense. There's no fucking thing called Jesus in this world we're living in. Nothing existed called Jesus. Jesus is a code of 666. Muhammad is the same thing too. When I have time one of these days, I'll work out the mathematics for you guys to see. You get me? All you can do, meanwhile, share the video because a lot of people need to see this video. A lot of people need to see the video. The energy is correct. You see somebody say he's a holy one, holy one, holy kill them. There's no single man of God in Africa. Neither is there a single man of God in any part of the world. These are criminals. Occultic men. But if you ask me, there are thousands and millions of gods in Africa. And the number will continue to increase as we continue to wake up. Because in us is infinite powers to change things for ourselves. And for us to start to enact these changes, we must learn how to love. Our love would devoid of any boundary. Because there was no country here in Africa in the first place. We do not know what is called country. It's when they went to the Berlin conference after they went into war over who controls Africa. They had to reach a truce. They shared Africa according to how they wanted. They gave some to British. They gave some to the Portuguese. They gave some to the French. They just shared Africa. I think that was around 1886 or so. And then they created these boxes they call country. They created these boxes. These useless boxes. And now we are building borders and boundaries against each other. Divide and conquer. Thank you very much.